Good morning, and welcome to your morning intelligence briefing from Stylo News. Today, we're focused on Iran, where escalating pressures are raising the risk of a wider regional conflict. This is the strategic outlook as of March 26, 2026. For the past several weeks, the Middle East has been gripped by an escalating conflict between Iran and a U.S.-Israeli coalition. This has created, as you can imagine, significant regional instability, and the situation is evolving very, very rapidly. So, let's dive into the current state of play. The entire region is on high alert as this conflict seems to be entering a critical new phase. This all really ignited back in late February, following the assassination of Iran's supreme leader. What came next was a swift and, frankly, destructive cycle of retaliation. Iran launched what it called Operation True Promise 4, a widespread offensive with missiles and drones. This was met by targeted strikes from U.S. and Israeli forces on Iranian assets. And then just a few days ago, Iran launched its 75th wave of attacks, which reportedly damaged key Israeli defense systems. Now, to really understand the dynamics on the ground, we'll take a look at the pattern of these military and strategic exchanges. The scale of Iran's offensive has been pretty substantial. We're talking over 4,300 missiles and drones launched by Iran and its proxies just since late February. So you can see, this is not just a handful of strikes. It is a sustained, high-volume campaign. And this really illustrates the reciprocal nature of the conflict. It's very much a back and forth, with both sides targeting strategic locations across the entire region. These strikes have not been random at all. They focused on high-value military, economic, and leadership targets. For Iran, this has meant hits on critical assets like the South Pars gas field and the Bushehr nuclear facility. On the other side, U.S. and Israeli targets have included air bases across the Gulf and major cities. It all points to a very calculated campaign from all parties involved. Of course, this conflict is being waged beyond the conventional battlefield. It's also happening in the economic and digital arenas, and that's having consequences around the globe. A crucial point of contention here is the Strait of Hormuz. Now, this is a vital choke point. About 20% of the world's total oil consumption passes right through it. Iran has effectively blockaded it, threatening global energy security and causing a noticeable surge in fuel prices. And this has led to some pretty direct threats. U.S. President Trump has issued an ultimatum: reopen the strait or face attacks on Iranian power plants. In response, Iran has threatened to retaliate against the water and energy infrastructure of Gulf nations, which is a significant escalation. And at the same time, in the cyber domain, a sophisticated cyber war is also underway. For instance, the Iran-affiliated hacking group Handala recently targeted a U.S. medical firm, which prompted the U.S. Department of Justice to seize the group's domains. It really shows this is a battle being fought on multiple fronts. So, to get a handle on the potential trajectory of this crisis, we really have to understand the perspectives of the key decision-makers. The public messaging coming from Iran's leadership has been consistently escalatory. This statement from Supreme Leader Mojtaba Khamenei signals a clear commitment to a protracted conflict, rejecting any kind of peace without a decisive victory. And this table does a great job of illustrating the starkly opposing goals. Iran is demanding a full U.S. withdrawal from the region. The United States wants to degrade Iran's military capabilities and ensure freedom of navigation, and Israel is focused on neutralizing threats to its security. With such different objectives, it's pretty easy to see why a diplomatic resolution has remained so elusive. So, the crucial question is, what happens next? There are a few key indicators that will likely shape the immediate future of this conflict, and these are the things you'll want to watch. We've identified 3 primary flashpoints to monitor in the coming days and weeks. First, keep a close eye on the status of the Strait of Hormuz. Will anything change in response to that U.S. ultimatum? Second, watch for any diplomatic maneuvers, emergency meetings, or de-escalation attempts by international actors. And third, and this one is critical, observe if either side follows through on those threats against energy and water infrastructure. These 3 areas will give us the earliest warnings of either a dangerous escalation or perhaps a fragile step back from the brink. In such a volatile environment, having timely and accurate information is absolutely paramount. That's your intelligence edge. This briefing was brought to you by Stylo News, which was developed by ProWave AI. We use the very same AI-powered technology that's in our Stylo Intel Ops open-source intelligence platform. And to help you navigate all this complexity, we have a special offer. To celebrate our first year of operations, ProWave AI is offering a discount on our executive plan. Just use the code STYLO, that's STYLO, at stylonews.com. The offer is valid until March 31st, and it's limited to the first 250 subscribers. Now, this has just been a high-level overview. For a much deeper 2-week analysis of these events, you can listen to the full Stylo News Intel Update podcast on your favorite channel or just follow the link on this post. Thank you for joining this Stylo News Intelligence Update. Remember to subscribe for AI-powered news on demand by visiting www.stylonews.com. And we leave you with this final thought as you start your day. As these major powers continue to test their limits, is the world witnessing the prelude to a wider regional war? Or could this be a forced return to the negotiating table? Stay informed.